make them rather popular.
Apparently, he's seeing half the town.
Book an appointment today.
Vishnu, 9 years till the AMCA comes online, the Advanced Medium Combat Aircraft, which is India's own stealth fighter project. 9 years is an eternity in fighter technology, especially given what we've been seeing in the last few years, whether it comes to, drone tech, drone warfare, manned, unmanned teaming, which we've spoken about in a previous episode, the sheer scale of the network and how it's becoming very much part of the future battlefield. I'm wondering whether 9 years from now, what we perceive to be a fifth generation aircraft is going to look like vintage stuff.
And what's more, we want to crack a century on debut with
Yeah.
our first stealth fighter. What are the chances of that happening? The number of technologies which you need to master. It's not just low observability, but reliability of the engine, integration of the GF414 engine onto that platform, if indeed that's the engine
If that
that's
is the
finally
engine, yeah.
selected.
Yeah.
The radar itself will be new build. We made a lot of progress as far as that is concerned. But weapons integration with the latest generation Astra missiles, presumably, all of that has to work. A stealth platform isn't just low observable, it's also got distributed arrays. In other words, it's got radars and other sensors, electro-optical sensors located across the platform.
Yeah.
So that the pilot over there uses the aircraft not just as a fighter, but as a sensor.
Yeah.
It is a sensor within a group of sensors which acquire information, pass it on through data links, and use it to exploit airspace, hit targets in the air or on the ground or out at sea. All of those sensors, radars, technology, low observability, the fly-by-wire control system, the new generations of weapons that you've got online, they all have to work all together.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, after 10 years, if it doesn't work all together, you're tinkering with it and you're fixing it, and you get into a situation where it's taken 15, 20 years for this to actually be the way you want it, then you're already far behind the curve. Look at how far behind the curve we are with the Tejas. I love the aircraft. The engineering is excellent. The made in India AESA radar is actually quite good. The fly-by-wire quadruple redundant is superb, right? The platform is ancient. The weapons carriage is ancient. The range is insufficient. It was built as a MiG-21 replacement. The Pakistanis have now got the J-10, which is not even a fifth generation aircraft, and are acquiring the J-35. So we've not even started. We've not rolled out the prototype of the Tejas Mark II.
Yeah.
So therefore, if you're talking about the AMCA,
Even the Mark 1A hasn't been delivered
that's
yet.
right.
Hello and welcome. You're watching India Global. I'm Gauri Dwivedi, and over the course of the next 30 minutes, we get you the big stories that matter to the global Indian. But first up, as always, we start the show with headlines. Biggest headline on India Global today, which is the India-China meeting that will take place. External Affairs Minister Dr. Jaishankar in China for key SCO meeting. It is also the first time that a visit will taking place since the Galwan clash in 2020. Dr. Jaishankar hails the positive trajectory in the China relationship. Remains to be seen the key milestones that are likely to be achieved in this visit. US Embassy in India issues fresh visa revocation warning. Washington warns visa holders that follow the law or lose visa altogether. It's a 180-degree turn in Donald Trump's assessment of Vladimir Putin. He's now hitting out at Russian president and has said that Putin talks nice but then bombs everybody in the evening. This comes even as US is arming Ukraine with the Patriot missiles. EV giant Tesla is all set to open its first India showroom on the 15th of July. Tesla's Mumbai entry, it makes us ask the key question: why is India such a crucial market for Tesla, for Elon Musk? An Indian space hero's homecoming, Shubhanshu Shukla's last day at the International Space Station. The Dragon spacecraft is all set to undock today. And then what? Now viewers, our top story on India Global. The US Embassy in India has issued a fresh advisory for visa holders, and it comes with a very clear warning. In a recent post on social media, the platform X, the embassy reminded travelers that visa screening doesn't stop once a visa has been approved. In fact, the process continues even after one arrives on American shores. The message is direct. If you break American laws or violate immigration rules, your visa can be revoked and you could be deported, with some individuals spending tens of thousands of dollars to secure a visa. The stakes are incredibly high, and let's put that out, viewers, for you to understand what really are the kind of steps that go in terms of when students actually go ahead with their American admission. What are the stakes there, and more importantly, what all could actually go wrong? Let's put that out step by step for you to understand. First up, the student visa application steps that exist right now. First up, you get accepted to an accredited university. That's the first thing that happens. You receive an I-20 form. And what is the kind of money that you pay for it? Let's put that out, viewers. In fact, the best way to put that out is, okay, 30,000 rupees is the service fee that has to be paid. Then there is 15,800 is the kind of money that has to be paid for the DS 160 visa application form. Then you go through the entire process where you schedule and attend a visa interview. There's a long process there, and look at the processing time. It's about 15 days to as much as 2 months. So you're budgeting for that much time. You're undergoing this much amount of effort, and you're also paying a certain amount of money which is there for visa processing. Some F1 case do take longer than 2 months. Now let me tell you a specific case study. Let's pick out one case of a student, a typical student at NYU. What is the kind of investment that goes into it, and how sudden and abrupt the nature of revocation of visa could be, and how that jeopardizes a student's entire career. Let's put that out, and we'll move ahead fast on this, which is an international BSc student at NYU. If we have that, we can put that out. What is the cost of study? It is a non-refundable tuition deposit of 42,500. That's first. Second, the tuition deposit required before visa process. So money has to be paid before visa. That's important to note. We're going to come to this in just a bit, viewers, but let me walk you through the amount of tuition cost. That is about 51 to 54 lakh rupees is the kind of tuition fees. 7,700 international students fee each semester is what is there, and the tuition has to be paid in full. Now, why is this important? This is important to tell you the kind of money that students actually put in every year, every semester when they go through this entire academic process. All of it is taken in advance, and on any instance, that visa could be revoked. And let's put that out. Etasham, put those graphics out that tell you what are those flimsy grounds on which your visa could actually be reported. And that could be, it could be as flimsy as you skip a couple of classes, all the way up to not informing whether you're opting out of the program, but even skipping a couple of classes could actually mean visa being revoked. Next could be that you're dropping out completely out of a program. That's grounds for your visa to be revoked. Next, you're overstaying your visa. That's another reason why it could be revoked. Then unauthorized employment is one. And there are also others which could even be small and petty offenses, petty crimes at which your visa could actually be revoked, which is some posting anti-American content online. This is essentially how visa has now become away from right to something that's privilege, and all of this is just on that ground, which is grounds for revocation of visa is here. And the last and final bit is I'm going to talk about the number of international students that actually exist in the US. This tells you the numbers, viewers, that India sends the maximum number of students to America. 6 lakh apply for F1 visa annually. 3.3 lakh are enrolled in the American universities. Collectively, they contribute about $8 billion, and there are studies that indicate that because of the scale at which these visa revocations are being discussed, the impact on American universities could be upwards of $1 billion. This is how much they contribute, but the impact of these revocations that could be fairly ad hoc in nature could be as high as $1 billion. So if you're tuning in right now, viewers, what is it that we've told you? We've told you that even if you've got a visa to the US, do not take that for granted. There are grounds which could be flimsy to serious on which your visa could be revoked. And that could have huge financial repercussions, both for the student, both for the individual, and all the way to the American university system as well. And in fact, bottom line, viewers, as far as this issue is concerned, is well, at the end of the day, this is something that impacts everyone. This is something that impacts American universities, it impacts individuals, and it also impacts the larger American economy. And this is a clear shift that has happened as far as visa as a right to visa as a privilege, which is what the situation and the complete turnaround under Donald Trump's administration is concerned. But they are now going too far. It is one thing to talk about anti-Semitism on American campuses. It's quite another to take flimsy grounds as the reason why it will be revoked. I'm going to leave it there, viewers, and it's now time to look at some of the other stories that we are tracking on the show, and let's put that out. The second big story that we are taking on the show is the one regarding Dr. Jaishankar, who is in China. It's an important visit where he is in China and looking at several aspects as far as what could be the focus areas of this meeting, what could be the areas where some movement could happen. There is a lot of expectation, viewers, as far as this visit is concerned. It comes right after the all-important Mansarovar Yatra, which was opened after several years. It comes after Galwan clash in 2020. It comes after a Dalai Lama 90th birthday celebration, where China did issue a statement. And it also comes after Operation Sindoor, where Indian Deputy Army Chief said that in so many words that along with Pakistan, there was China and Turkey. And these Pakistan was in fact the laboratory of all Chinese weapons. Let's put out some of those big questions that we wish to ask our viewers. Let's put that out. All right, the first key question that we are putting out viewers as far as what this means. Will China, India resume direct flights? That's the first key question that we are asking. The second question on the India-China relationship is whether or not this could actually mean to some sort of a thaw. Actually, viewers, let's quickly take a break. We come back and address this story in greater detail. A quick break, we come back with lots more.
As a dad, I know life's unpredictable. It's all fun and games until it's not.
You okay?
I want my kids to always be looked after. That's why I'm not putting things off anymore and protecting the life we've built by calling Smart Insurance.
Hi, how can I help?
Hi, I'd like a quick quote, please.
Okay, you can choose a benefit amount up to £750,000 depending on your age.
Brilliant.
If you're a UK resident aged 18 to 64, you can apply with just a few health and lifestyle questions. For £250,000 of cover, the price starts at just £14.77 a month.
That's less than I thought, and could help my wife pay off the mortgage.
With our Smart Family Guarantee, you'll have peace of mind.
That's good to know.
You'll also receive a 100% advance in the event of terminal illness and 10% cashback on your first year's premiums. That's the Smart Cashback. Plus, you get your choice of a £125 gift card.
Protect the life you've built the smart way. To get a free life insurance quote today, call our specialist UK team on 0800 977 6797 or visit smartinsurance.co.uk.
How long's it been then? We met about 8 years back. What? Yeah, serious relationship.
He has this way of looking into my eyes.
Knows how to treat me. Gentle, considerate.
Did I tell you he owns his own business?
I think he's going to pop the question.
Better or worse?
Better.
Our opticians and audiologists own their stores, so your care is their business, which can make them rather popular.
Apparently, he's seeing half the town.
Book an appointment today.
Just because my kids are grown up and have little ones of their own doesn't mean family life slows down. I'm busier than ever. Now that I'm in my 60s, I want to make sure that my family has enough to cover my funeral costs and other expenses when I'm no longer around. That's why I decided to learn more about over 50s life insurance from Cover Today. Cover Today are the only over 50s life insurer with no waiting period, unlike other insurers who could make you wait up to 2 years. With Cover Today, you're fully covered from day one. And you're covered for the whole of your life, so you can just get on with things. Plus, unlike other things in life, the price never goes up. Their claims process is really straightforward, so your loved ones will be looked after. Learning more couldn't be simpler and can be done in just a few minutes. All you need is your phone. Go online or talk to their friendly UK team today. Cover Today are the only over 50s life insurer with no waiting period. Get covered in minutes with no annoying trips to the doctor. With fixed monthly payments, prices start at just £4.42 a month. Plus, you'll get your choice of a £125 gift card. And you'll also get access to free 24/7 GP advice and health services as part of your policy. So stop putting it off and get it done. Then you can get on with all the fun stuff in life.
To get a free life insurance quote, call our friendly UK team on 0800 977 6947 or visit covertoday.co.uk.
With BetterHelp, the work is all about the relationship, finding my way to enter into their world, to see the world through their eyes.
Personalised care comes from listening to the client and what they want to bring you. It's for us to just be there for them.
As a therapist on BetterHelp, I think it's really important to let clients know that you see them authentically and in the way that they want to be seen.
Just sorted my guaranteed over 50 plan with Sun Life. There's even a cash payout.
Nice one.
It's given me the confidence to look after myself. I've started learning jiu-jitsu.
Come on!
Search Sun Life Plan today and get a free gift card.
This is so wild that I actually, from a dream, started a business. I don't think I could ever work for anyone else ever again.
How long's it been then? We met about 8 years back. What? Yeah, serious relationship.
He has this way of looking into my eyes.
Knows how to treat me. Gentle, considerate.
Did I tell you he owns his own business?
I think he's going to pop the question.
Better or worse?
Better.
Our opticians and audiologists own their stores, so your care is their business, which can make them rather popular.
Apparently, he's seeing half the town.
Book an appointment today.
At Currys, we are full of laptop knowledge.
I travel a lot and I often work on the go.
Well, the Asus ZenBook A14 Copilot Plus PC is not only light and has all-day battery life, but you can whiz through work using Recall to easily find files or remember things you've seen using simple prompts.
Love it. What was that first bit again?
We're full of knowledge on the tech you need. Get the Asus ZenBook A14 Copilot Plus PC for just $17.55 a month. Currys, beyond expectations.
Namaste and welcome back. Trade tensions between the U.S. and Europe are heating up fast. President Trump has announced a looming 30% tariff on most European imports, set to kick in August 1st. But the European Union isn't rushing to retaliate just yet. Instead, EU Commission President Ursula von der Leyen is hitting the brakes, extending the pause on countermeasures until early August, hoping cooler heads prevail and a deal can be struck. Germany is calling for calm and practical solutions, while France wants a tougher stance, warning of serious damage to its key industries like cheese exporters who could face huge losses. Both sides are still locked in talks, but the clock is ticking, and if no deal is reached, the EU is ready to strike back hard. German Chancellor Friedrich Merz said Sunday that U.S. tariffs would hit the German export economy to the core. Speaking in the annual summer interview to ARD television, mayors spoke about the importance of sensible lines of communication with U.S. President Donald Trump and unity within the European Union. The comments come after Trump announced 30% tariffs against the EU as well as Mexico. Billionaire Elon Musk's Tesla is set to open a showroom in Mumbai on Tuesday, July 15th. This marks the U.S. electric car maker's first official foray into the country. The 1.5-hour launch event for the Tesla Experience Center will take place at the Maker Maxity Mall in Bandra Kurla complex. Along with the showroom display, which will feature the company's cars, Tesla is also likely to officially launch direct sales to Indian customers. Charu gets the latest from the Maximum City.
It's finally official. Tesla Inc. is coming to India with its first showroom, that too in the business capital of the country, Mumbai, and it's going to be situated right here in Maker Maxity near Geo World Drive in Bandra Kurla complex. Now we must also understand that this is a story that was broken by NDTV Profit few months back, where we told our viewers that Musk-led Tesla is going to be coming to BKC in area that is being rented for a security deposit of over 2 crore rupees and a monthly rent of over 35 lakh rupees, and this is going to annually increase by 5%. We must also understand that the company already has a registered office in Viman Nagar in Pune, and that is the office that they have given as the licensor, whereas the licensee is going to be Unico Properties LLP. Now the showroom is going to be open for the public from Tuesday, which we will be covering closely, but as you can see right behind us, the preparations for Tuesday are undergoing, and there is a funny and slightly interesting anecdote here, as we will tell you. Apple's showroom is also right near this building, in the building right adjacent to Maker Maxity, which is, Geo World Drive's building. And as per several reports that we came out in the previous months, we must also understand that Apple was not very keen on having Tesla as its neighbor. So let's see how the comradeship rolls out. Let's see how excited the people are. Let's see how the showroom develops and how the other developments roll out further.
The world number one, Jannik Sinner, has dethroned world number two, Carlos Alcaraz, to clinch the Wimbledon 2025 men's singles title. Sinner beat Alcaraz 4-6, 6-4, 6-4, 6-4 to become the first Italian man to win Wimbledon in the competition's 148-year-old history. It ends Alcaraz's dreams of winning a hat-trick of Wimbledon titles and gives Sinner his fourth Grand Slam. Sinner also becomes the first man to beat Alcaraz in a Grand Slam final. After 5 straight wins for Alcaraz, Sinner's finally clinched a huge victory in the head-to-head record between the two. In the match, Alcaraz came back from 2-4 down to break Sinner twice and clinch the first set 6-4. However, Sinner showed nerves of steel to break Alcaraz at crucial junctures, winning 3 sets in a row to claim his first Wimbledon crown. U.S. President Donald Trump handed Chelsea the Club World Cup trophy after the Premier League side beat Paris Saint-Germain in the final of the tournament's new expanded format. Chelsea midfielder Cole Palmer scored twice and fed João Pedro for a goal as Chelsea overwhelmed Paris Saint-Germain in the first half and beat the European champions 3-0 in the final of the first expanded Club World Cup. Trump presented the trophy to Chelsea captain Reece James and stood alongside FIFA president Gianni Infantino during the post-match ceremony. England bounced back in a sensational manner to put India in trouble during the third test at Lord's London. The match seemed to be in India's grip when the visitors bowled out England for 192 runs in the latter's second innings, getting a target of 193. But England's superb bowling turned the tables. Bryden Carr struck twice, while Jofra Archer and Ben Stokes picked 1 wicket apiece as India ended the fourth day at 58 for 4, needing more than 135 runs to win. KL Rahul, who was 33 and not out, showed resilience, but other top-order batters from India failed to put up a fight. Notably, both India and England scored 387 each in their respective first innings. Drake's three-day show at the Wireless Festival in London ended on a sour note after the final show ended in 40 minutes. He rushed through hits like One Dance and Controlla, and fans found it hard to sing along to. While some fans defended him, saying he had already performed for 2 days before and perhaps the last one was meant to be shorter, others were disappointed, especially the ones who came for the final night. Some say they waited longer in line than they saw him perform. Disabled fans also faced a problem at the exit. The festival is yet to respond. That's all we have for you today. Take care. Thanks for watching. I'm your host, Priyanka Deo, signing off. Namaste.
Cricket updates brought to you by Remitly. Send money home safely with Remitly.
Discover the finest quality made-to-measure blinds, shutters and curtains at Blinds Direct. A huge selection of beautiful window dressings to suit every room. Handmade here in the UK with a 5-year guarantee for your peace of mind. Order your free samples today and choose your perfect design. Exclusively online, delivered direct to your door. Shop now for 30% off selected products at Blinds Direct. Create your dream home with blindsdirect.co.uk.
Hello, Mary.
Hello, Derek.
Special buys Thursday.
What makes you say that?
Aldi Special Buys. New amazing items every Thursday and Sunday. Who knows what's in store?
I started the brand from my love of the sea and cold water surfing. Shopify allowed us to do what we do really well without worrying about the website. I never imagined that Finisterre would be the size it is or have the impact it's had. We're Finisterre and we're powered by Shopify.
Summer's heating up with People's Postcode Lottery.
Oh my God!
In our August draws, you could win a share of £15.7 million.
I've just won the postcode lottery.
Oh,
Twice.
Could a big summertime win land in your postcode?
Wow!
Sign up before midnight on the 31st of July. A share of £15.7 million could be yours, but only if your door is in the draw.
You know, the toughest part of the whole grief, I'll never forget, is when Nan turned to me one time. And she goes, "John, I don't know what's happening to me."
Those weeks that he came in, with the 3 weeks that I could be his little girl again, nothing I can do will repay Marie Curie for doing that for. The amazing gift that they gave me was I was there at his last breath. He was there for my first.
In the calls, they just listen. She just said, "John, just speak."
Although people don't like to talk about it, but we're getting older, it has to be done.
You start to think about, well, what would I do? Where would I want to leave things?
I will give everything back that I can to the hospice that gave me so much, not only in my name, but in Dad's name.
Who do I give my assets to?
I didn't realise you had a choice.
Give better end-of-life care to all. Get your free will guide today.
Just sorted my guaranteed over 50 plan with Sun Life. There's even a cash payout.
Nice one.
It's given me the confidence to look after myself. I've started learning jiu-jitsu.
Come on!
Do you need a doctor?
Oh, no. With Sun Life, there's no medical questions.
Search Sun Life Plan today and get a free gift card.
It feels good knowing that your future's in hand. Airflow can offer you a loan from £1,000 to £15,000. Get your conditional decision in minutes.
How long's it been then? We met about 8 years back. What? Yeah, serious relationship.
He has this way of looking into my eyes.
Knows how to treat me. Gentle, considerate.
Did I tell you he owns his own business?
I think he's going to pop the question.
Better or worse?
Better.
Our opticians and audiologists own their stores, so your care is their business, which can make them rather popular.
Apparently, he's seeing half the town.
Book an appointment today.
Some say sport is a matter of life and death. The truth is, it is far more serious than that. Sport is about ecstasy and agony, about pain and suffering, about joy and much more. Some say there's no one better to tell these stories. So here I am. Join me, Boria Majumdar, on India's #1 news network.
When facts are fragmented, we put the pieces together. Where power collides with truth, we are there.
Behind me is that massive security arrangements that are in place.
Behind fractured boundaries, we clear the fog of war. Fault Lines with Gauri Dwivedi.